It says it's good for me. Go ahead, Cole.
All right, welcome to today's first broadcast of The Left, the Right, and the Absurd. We are going to be sitting here talking to you guys about some fun little politics and philosophy. We're just a gaggle of guys that, gaggle. Are we actually broadcasting?
Yeah. It's live for me.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're live.
I'm not seeing anything. That might just be me, though.
It's just you.
Alright, well, today we are going to be bringing you an introduction to what we shall be doing. We're going to be trying to use this podcast as a means of educating people on topics such as philosophy and politics, which, as we all know, are not widely known.
And educating ourselves, continuing to do so.
Yes. So, for today's episode, we're just going to do a little basic introduction to not just our podcast, but to ourselves as well. So far, what we're seeing today should be most of the primary cast, so we will have guests on every so often, especially for hot topics.
That you can request?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, where to start today? Who wants to go first?
I'll do it. Fine. My name is Matt. Just probably around 2-3 years ago, I started getting into politics. Believed in the whole, liberal and conservative thing and considered myself liberal up until the point where I found social anarchism to be the most preferable, which is like anarcho-syndicalism, anarcho-communism. Got real into that, read a lot of the original books, such as like Conquest of Bread, a lot of Mikhail Bakunin and Kropotkin. And but as of currently, I've been a bit confused, and I'm still trying to find out where I belong. But that's me.
Sounds about right.
Anyone else want to go? All right, Adam, I'm passing it to you.
Oh, okay. I'm Adam, and I'm a mutualist, and maybe like 2 years ago I was a right libertarian, and then I found socialism. I was a Marxist for like 4 months, and then I became an anarchist, an anarcho-communist and all that junk, and now I sit at the individualist side of mutualism. So,
All right, sweet. Pass it off to whoever you want.
Cole.
What's up, folks? I am Cole. When I first met this group of people, I had absolutely no clue what I was politically. I was very uneducated and non-politically minded, like most people are nowadays. Most people see it as no effect to themselves, but since then, and since discussing and reading, I've learned a lot more about these topics and discovered how important it is to be politically minded and to learn about politics, not just your own, but others as well. That's why, to bring it together with our podcast, we tried to get as broad a group as possible for you. So when I first started here, I had absolutely no clue. I was introduced to the social side of the political quadrant, primarily the socialist libertarian side. I started out as a Marxist. Dark, dark days, but everyone starts somewhere. Since then, I've gone through the throes of anarcho-communism, anarcho-collectivism, and now am stuck in between anarchist egoism and anarcho-mutualism, or mutualism as it's best known. Personally, being a Tuckerite, for those that don't know, Benjamin Tucker was a mutualist writer and individualist anarchist. Excellent publisher, excellent writer, and great teacher. Benjamin Tucker found a way to mold egoist anarchy and mutualism together, and that today is where I sit.
All right.
It was a long path getting here, but it takes time to build a house.
Yeah, I agree.
And now we will pass it on to our good friend Eric, the neighborhood homo.
Yeah, as Cole said, I'm Eric. I'm the resident homosexual of the group. I'm also an anarcho-capitalist. I've been really interested in politics like since I was pretty young, like 13 or 14. I started off like I was watching Glenn Beck, and so that was cancer days for sure. But yeah, so I was a neocon for quite a while up until like I don't know, maybe 10th or 11th grade or whatever. Then I like took government class and I like started to get into get more into like libertarianism, and like I researched that a little bit and tried to figure out what that was about. And then so there was about like a 6-month period where I was a libertarian capitalist, but after that I found some books and videos like on anarchism, and so I went down that rabbit hole, and I've been an anarcho-capitalist I think for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years now. So yeah.
All right. Awesome. You want to pass it on to Goat?
Yeah, go. What's up, man?
Alright, I'm Goat. I think I got into politics originally through, believe it or not, conspiracy theories and Anonymous, but that was years ago. Dark times. Nowadays I'm more, I don't know, libertarian left area, somewhere in there. Not entirely certain in that aspect. And leaning, oddly enough, towards primitivism. I'm not 100% on that, but it's intriguing to me. It's kind of...
All right, nice.
Yeah. That's...
We should probably introduce some of the other members that will occasionally be on. Because as of now, it seems like we're all, libertarians or non-authoritarian. But that's not the case for everyone that's going to be here.
I was going to say, one of the big people that we're going to be hopefully having come on every so often is going to be Boone, who is a Maoist. We like to get a broad spectrum of ideologies, as we said in the beginning, so we thought bringing in a Maoist point of view would be an interesting one, especially on topics that pertain to Maoism. Revolutionary tactics, vanguard parties, stuff like that. So we will having people like that come on for the more philosophy-minded side. We're hoping to have Connor, our good friend Connor, come in. He is an individual anarchist, and no real set version of individual anarchy, just individual anarchy, but he is very philosophically minded. I feel like we should also go over a little bit about ourselves philosophically so that you guys get a grasp of that. As we know to most that philosophy is most people think philosophy is a very boring topic when in actuality we utilize it almost every day.
Yes. So who wants to go first with that?
I'll go ahead and take the cake with this one.
All right.
So when I first got interested in philosophy, it was in high school. I took a basic intro to philosophy course, and I learned a lot about the broad spectrum of different things, relativism, all that fun shit. It was an interesting thing, but really it took reading on my own and learning about stuff like that to really get myself into it. And since then, I've read from Nietzsche to Stirner to Camus, all sorts of different genres of philosophical thought. When I first started out, I considered myself a nihilist, but I never felt the term fit me very well until I learned about Stirnerian egoism, the three sects, metaphysical, psychological, and I always forget the third for some reason. I'm a terrible egoist, that's why.
It's fine.
Recently, I started getting more interested in reading other philosophers that intrigued me, but I didn't feel applied to me. Though I have begun to become more inclined towards the absurdist train of thought. Primarily Camus' ideals, which I find to be an extremely interesting read and very great for an introduction to philosophy. But on top of that, I've been interested in reading people such as Marcus Aurelius, Sextus Empiricus, and Epictetus. So there's always a wide range and so many different philosophical ideals that you can learn about, and you don't have to adhere to any set. You can mold them and find your own personal flavor, as I like to say.
Yeah.
All right. Just a quick thing is we're hitting the 10-minute mark and we have 3 viewers.
Man, fucking killing it. We're on our way, man.
I guess I'll go next.
Are all 3 of them us?
Perhaps. But I guess
Do we not have the capability to have, like, live comments?
not yet. No.
Okay.
I can add that eventually, though.
Sounds bueno.
Okay.
Oh, looks like we're up to 4, guys. We are up to 4.
All right. I guess.
Oh, and we lost Goat.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
It's all right. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll start by saying I haven't really taken any philosophy classes, but I plan to. But I've read a lot of Nietzsche. I like Stirner. I like Camus. I like a lot of the very individualist stuff. But despite that, I'd still, I guess, consider myself a materialist and interested. And I agree with Marxian materialism, so dialectical materialism.
Ew.
I know. Maybe this is just a phase with me, but it probably is. But as of now, that's what I call myself.
As Eric would have said in his neocon days, you filthy commie.
That's exactly what I would have said.
All right. Anyone else want to go? Someone else?
Yeah, I'll take it. So, kind of like Cole, I got interested in philosophy whenever I took an intro to philosophy class my first semester of college, and I learned about like some of the basic stuff, like relativism and absurdism and like that kind of stuff. And so I was actually an objectivist for a while, like as cringy as that is. So I think I was an objectivist for about, I don't know, like a year or so. And then I started reading like Nietzsche and Camus and that kind of stuff, and I got more into like relativism. And then I met a couple people that were nihilists, and I talked to them, and I was like, yeah, I think that that fits me a little better, and I've been a nihilist ever since. So, yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Sweet.
Adam, you want to go?
I don't know. It's just I don't know where exactly philosophically I am, but I just guess I would just put it at existentialism.
All right.
But I got interested in it maybe like a year ago, and I've tried reading as much as I can from Nietzsche to Camus to Sartre and to Stirner and stuff like that. But I haven't really branched out that much, and I'm trying to. But that's really about it. I've read some Ayn Rand, and it's just not my cup of tea.
For those of you watching, you obviously must have noticed that most of us, through our philosophical journeys so far, have stumbled into similar realms. Most of us correlate in some way, shape, or form to the existentialist philosophies. Stirner was considered one of the fathers of existentialism, and Nietzsche was actually said to be one of his many successors.
Kierkegaard, I believe, is like the first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Kierkegaard. And
Actually, I've never read Kierkegaard, which just kind of sucks. I should.
My issue with Kierkegaard is his
Christianity? Okay.
apologetics.
Yeah. All right, go. You want to go?
Yeah, shit.
Maybe.
Hesitation is strong with this.
Maybe I want to go. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of tentative. I like with these guys, I'm in existentialism in that area. I need to read more.
You want to talk about, since your name is Psychedelic Goat, I mean, you could probably consider there's some, like, philosophy to the use of psychedelics. You like Terence
I would
McKenna,
definitely
like me.
say there is, but I don't know if that itself is a
Well, I mean,
philosophical
that's the
ideology.
thing. What we're talking about is philosophers that were writing a long time ago, when in actuality, to really get people interested in philosophy and to really, like, help people understand, this is what my teacher told me that really stuck with me. Philosophy isn't a means of seeking answers. Philosophy is a means of looking back on questions and asking yourself why.
I very
Science,
much agree to that.
science is what comes of philosophy. You look back at the questions and through looking back at them, you create a science. Mathematics, biology, all of those things stem from philosophy, and were it not for philosophy, they never would have existed. So philosophy, in actuality, has a very important part in our everyday lives, and we constantly do it.
We just don't even realize it.
Is the styles of philosophy and the level of question. It can range from, where are my car keys? Why did I place my car keys there? Why did I lose my car keys in the first place? Or it can range all the way to, why the fuck am I alive?
Or as
And
Camus
hopefully we
famously
can answer
said,
those
shouldn't I kill
questions.
myself or have a cup of coffee? You know, get into that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
That's why I've been drinking so much coffee lately.
Man, that's why I just smoke crack.
Same.
That's why I'm a borderline alcoholic.
And
Borderline, Eric?
Too real? Too real? Yeah, too real.
don't you
Eric's
put that
also
evil
the
on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, God.
And
Eric's the resident alcoholic.
for those of you watching, we're going to be bringing you serious topics, but we're going to try and put a fun twist on it, because, I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gets boring listening to fucking four people talk about shit you have no idea what's going on, so you gotta keep it a little bit interesting.
we're just a bunch of fucking young adults. Half of us, I mean, me and Eric are probably the only ones that are over 21.
We're not
Eric,
Yeah.
claiming to be, like, geniuses here, okay?
Yeah, we're like fucking amateurs at this shit. We don't get paid for this. This is just like a hobby that we do. So, like, take it with a grain of salt.
what our real goal is to get you in the spot where we are, where you want to go out and read these things, you want to learn about these things, and you just find interest in it, as opposed to the sedentary lifestyle of work, eat, TV, sleep, work, eat, TV, sleep. Finding something new. And we're not just gonna talk politics, we're not just gonna talk philosophy, we're gonna talk other topics that interest you, as most of you can probably see by the logo that keeps popping up every time I'm talking.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
A symbol is a symbol of mutualism. The outside ring in white is a symbol of Cascadian independence, which is a topic that I feel we should discuss, and we will discuss it in an episode about secessions. And then inside that is the green vegan symbol. So as you can all tell, I am in the process of going vegan. It is a interesting struggle. We are, like I said, I am in the process. But hopefully, with some perseverance and finding good foods that fit the diet as I have been, things will work out for the better, and I can teach you all about it.
We can also do screen shares and we can review videos and then either refute them or agree with them or whatever we want.
And hopefully, with you guys watching, I know a lot of you know us from outside places already and are watching us because you know us. So, if you have the capability to, if you can help us out by sharing this and getting it out there, that would be greatly appreciated, because our goal really is to get this out not just to our common viewership, but out to the masses so that more people can see this and we can get views and we can help get people interested in topics such as this. Not just politics and philosophy, but just interested in themselves and interested in finding out ways that, yeah, just interested in ways that they can do things to better not just everyone else's lives, but their own life.
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
hit the
So
20 minute mark.
if you guys are here from me, like go to the YouTube channel right now, like that shit and share it with your friends and subscribe, because like we're gonna post like every Sunday. Hopefully try to do this on like a weekly basis and have a regular upload schedule so you guys know what's going on. So go do that right now.
As of right now, we are aiming for every Sunday to be releasing a podcast. We're going to be we're all going to be planning around those schedules. We should have some other people that will be joining us that will hopefully be able to adhere to that schedule. If not, we may consider them special guests. But the other thing is, we do want to get other, be able to get other prominent, like politically minded or philosophically minded YouTubers that have a greater following than us, to like get on the show and discuss these things with us. For those of you that do know the YouTube crowd, people such as Adam Kokesh would be a good example.
Hopefully we can all start our own individual channels as well and start uploading our own videos.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that would be a great starting point for all of us. And I think being able to share all of this on our own channels, if we get viewership, will just make things even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any way that we can see... I wish someone would comment. I'm gonna...
Well, we'll get the logistics worked out eventually.
Start our own individual channels as well and start uploading our own videos.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that would be a great starting point for all of us.
No, stop that. That's weird.
Being
Yeah,
able
there's
to
some echo,
share all
man.
of this on our own channels, if we get viewership.
Is someone's computer running right now?
Yeah, Cole, mute your computer, dude. It's like got mad echo.
I didn't realize that happened. My bad.
It's all good.
It's alright.
So, like, if we got everything covered, or what else we need to hit for this intro?
Someone just doing an outro real quick?
I don't know.
We're at like the 25-minute mark almost. We're 20.
Yeah, I mean that should be good for our first
Wait,
podcast.
I had one question though I wanted you guys' opinion on.
Yeah,
Would you consider Buddhism a philosophy or a religion?
I'd say it's more of a philosophy.
It depends.
I consider it a philosophy due to the sole fact that most sects of Buddhism don't adhere to the religious necessity for deities.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not as dogmatic, if I understand as well, too.
Yeah. Even there's a quote from Siddhartha himself that, like, I'll ad-lib it here because I can't fucking remember it. But basically what he says is, believe nothing no matter who said it, even if I have said it, unless it agrees with what you believe.
Yeah.
But, like they said, I think we have covered everything for tonight's podcast. We wanted to keep it short and sweet for the first one. For those of you that did not catch the live version, be sure to like, subscribe, and watch the video if you've got the time, just so you can get a gist of what we're going to be doing here.
Yeah, and share it with
I'd
your
like
friends.
to end this with a quote by Dr. Seuss. It says, "Think left and think right and think low and think high. Oh, the things you can think up, if only you try." And that should be our motto.
All right, well, and with that, I think we're good.
He should have said, as long as you're high, but...
All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Alright, guys.